Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve, this is Rogue, and welcome. This is my Flosstube number 84, I think. And it is May 2nd, the beginning of May. The projects I have this month, oh my goodness. It has been a very full week. Yeah. My father began a therapy to help him with his swallowing because he has issues with this because of, stuff that happened, I think, during COVID. Who knows? When he had COVID, all kinds of things happened to both of us, all of us. Isn't it a wonderful illness? Yeah. Yeah, I still have lingering effects with my breathing, and it's like that. Anyway, I didn't mean to digress into that. So he started that, and a high school friend of mine who is a viewer of our Three Sisters Creative video called me, and well, she didn't call me. She messaged me, a private message, and said, "We're coming to Phoenix." And it was like so fun and so exciting. So she and her friends were coming on Saturday, and they were also high school compatriots of mine, but I knew Vicky the best. And I said, the attic closes at 4. It's a long drive from Albuquerque to Phoenix. And I said, you're going to have to leave early so you can get here before 4. Or, because they're only open Friday and Saturday, I said, or you can call to see if you can make an appointment for Tuesday, because they're closed on Sunday and Monday. Completely closed. But on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you can call and make an appointment. There's that ridiculous reflection again. So sorry. Don't know what causes it. Anyway, so they did get here in time. My sister and I drove, after our video filming on Saturday, my sister Beth wanted to go to Hobby Lobby. So we did, and I have something for finishing that I want to show you. And then we went and met them at the attic. And I'll show you what I got there later. Also, the May numbers. I'm not going to be doing a Stitch Mania. I am going to be doing a Quilt Mania. Because, as you know, I thought I put plenty of cross-stitch projects on my WIPGO board, but I had quilting projects that I wanted to get done, etc. And so I said, I'll put some of those on there. Oh my goodness. So January was my son's quilt finish and the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee quilt. February, my sister's quilt, and cross stitch. And March, how were they done? Anyway, in April, and I also started that jacket, tamarack jacket that I was going to make for my sister. I still am going to make it, but it was supposed to be for a thing for April, and I just was like, no. I didn't buy the Free Spirit fabrics and all that, so I don't really care. I'll make it sometime before it gets cool again here. It's already in the upper 90s every day here. So anyway, in April, my Snowball Star quilt was called, and I will show that to you. And then in for May, I will show you what I'm talking about, but a quilt top that I had made previously to finish that, which is a lot of quilting, right? And my snowman quilt, which I will show you, and then to stitch on my own designs. And I'll show you one of those that I'm going to be working on, but I have others that are midway, and I really need to, get them done. But the one I'm going to show you is already on our Etsy shop. I designed it in December of 2020. We gave one away as a freebie on our Three Sisters Creative video as an Advent kind of thing. And then right after that, my mom passed away. But I do really like the design. So I have decided that I would go ahead and stitch it so that I can put it, I phrased that wrong. I like all my designs, or I wouldn't show them to anybody. If I don't like them, I don't finish them. But I don't necessarily stitch all of them because I'm stitching lots of stuff. And so I have that one and a couple of others that I would like to finish stitching. So that is the only stitching I'll be doing this month besides berries, I think. Maybe. Okay, probably. But I have so many quilt projects up in the air like this, and it's like, oh my goodness. But I will persevere. So I am going to talk. Oh, my sister, she went to Boston for my niece's senior recital. She's about to graduate from the New England Conservatory of Music. And when she returned, I dropped something, I'll get it later. When she returned, because I was driving her to and from the airport, 2 is not a big issue, although last time it was because the traffic. She was leaving on a Saturday. Now, a Saturday late afternoon. Our freeways have been closed on weekends. The main freeway through here is I-10. And it has been closed on weekends because they are redoing some interchanges. This shirt is driving me bananas. It does fit well. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, our airport. Okay, let me see if I can describe this correctly. So, unlike many airports, which are out in the boonies, and you just drive to them, and that's the only thing there. Like we have a Mesa Gateway Airport here in Mesa that is like that. If you are on that road, that is the only place you are going. When the Phoenix Airport was put in, I suspect it was out in the boonies from Phoenix. And it kind of still is for Phoenix, but not for Greater Phoenix. For Greater Phoenix, it is smack dab in the middle of the city. And I-10 runs right beside it. And there is a road that accesses the freeway, and that is one of the interchanges that they are working on to try to fix. And I really hope they do, because it is very dangerous. Anyway, I digress. So when you get off on the access to go to the airport, that particular road, it goes to the airport. The airport in my living here had 3 terminals. Now it only has 2. But this long road would go through the main terminal to the next one and around to the 3rd one, which it doesn't anymore. And then it continues on to the other part of Phoenix. With the freeway closed, people are getting off, going through the airport to get to the other side of town because there's no stop signs. There's no lights. ordinarily, it's just like shoop, one of the fastest ways through town. I used to do it often. I don't blame people for doing it. But the traffic that day with the freeway closed was horrendous. And so we had to wait and wait and wait and wait. And then when they came back, it was like midnight before I picked them up. Their plane had arrived an hour before that. And I was there. But, you know, getting their luggage and getting down and anyway. And to make matters even happier, there's construction on the roads at the airport. Because they love us, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, because of all of that, my sister brought this back for me from Boston. It is my signature cut. It has a zipper in the top with this cute little zipper pull. And these cute little rope handles. Yay! It's beautiful. And it's big enough that I can put other project bags inside here. That's what I like about the project bags that I make. Now, I have 2 that I have made for myself, and I need to make myself a lot more. But those smaller, like this, will fit easily inside one of my project bags. Okay, it'll fit inside one of my project bags, depending on how much other stuff you have in there. And I generally have them like super packed. So it's really nice to be able to take more than one thing with you if you want to go somewhere with more than one project. Anyway, I'm very happy. So, other than that, I have a lot of quilting to show you. The quilt's coming up and the quilt I have been working on. And then I have a finish to show you in cross stitch and a whip and some other stuff. And of course the haul from Hobby Lobby and the attic, which I will explain. Now, I'm going to start with the Snowball Star quilt. As you recall, it was just strips last time. So I am ready to, let me see if I can show this to you well. So this is one panel, and then the other color, and then I put it back on this. And the next row has, I have threads all over me now, has it the other way. Now I don't know how well I'm showing this to you. And there's 4 of these rows. And the only reason I stopped, I don't want to get these out of order. The only reason I stopped was because I needed to stop for, to get ready for the video and to make my dad dinner, and just, I stopped on Friday to make my dad dinner, and then I didn't go back because I always stitch in the evening. Anyway, because that way I can sit with my dad or my son or whatever. Anyway, so after I sew these rows together, this is the outer border already cut, ready to go. I just have to, put it together. And then this is going to be the outer border. A nice big 6-inch border around it. And I love how fast this came together. As I said last week, this is really chain piece friendly. So that's one of the reasons why it went together so fast. I started this on Wednesday, I think. And this is how far I got by Friday. So it's very, very chain piece friendly. And And you know, once you have the pieces cut, it goes together really quickly. And you don't use the whole jelly roll. You have several pieces of jelly roll left, and so you can make a pillow or something to go with it. Now, I have more fabric that looks like this, and I probably will use the jelly roll, some of the jelly roll with that. I'm thinking I'm going to make some pillow shams. Not positive. Anyway, there is a wonderful tutorial, which I have linked below, and it is in block volume 8, issue 1. And the instructions are extremely easy. This is Missouri Star. The instructions are very, very easy to follow, very clear. There's some step-by-step pictures, you know, so it's really easy to figure out what you're supposed to be doing. I love that. The only issue I've had ever with one of their patterns is that wonky flying geese, and I guess I'm just not a wonky person. I don't know. But when I was doing it's called a Snowball star because of these corners here on stars. So, which they call snowballing. Other people call it something else. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. When I cut all those off, I thought about stitching right away and cutting through the stitching, and I didn't. And then I said, but I want to do that. Oh gosh, I have a whole bunch of them. Let me see. So I've been sewing them together, usually as leaders on something. And you know, they're going to make little half square triangles. And then I have to, you know, make sure they're all the same size. But I can sew those together and make something. Maybe they'll go on the pillow shams too. I have no idea. But I like that. And then the quilt that I had before, I made this quilt top last year, I think. If I have I don't think I have an old photo of it. I might. But if I do, I'll put it on there where you can see the whole thing. But because I'm not big enough to show you the whole thing. This is a I'm trying to show you the side where you can see the border too. This is a Stash Buster quilt from Just Get It Done Quilts, and it uses fat quarters. And this is the one that I'm supposed to be quilting this month. Now, I'm making that other quilt top. I don't know that I'm going to quilt it this year, but you know, who knows? Phone calls. I lost my train of thought. So then, the other quilt that was called, I bought this quilt kit, Snowman Woolies flannel. Comes with everything except the quilt padding, which is amazing because it was really not expensive. The dimensions are not huge. Finishes to 35 by 44, but it's a great like wall hanging or something, like over the couch or something for, you know, winter. Pardon me. Let me get a drink. Okay, so this one has, as I said, it has all the fabrics. This is the binding, I believe, and this is the sashing. And I think this one is the background. Not background, backing. And this this one is the border, the outside border. That little thing just says, the fabrics are folded together. Please make sure you take them all apart before you start cutting it. Because they're flannel, they'll, you know, stick together. Anyway, then this is, I love snowmen. So you fussy cut these snowmen. They're so cute. I mean, just absolutely adorable, right? You fussy cut these snowmen out. And look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? I don't want to get rid of that. Anyway, let me see. What else is in here? Look at these guys. Look at the cardinal sitting on his nose. He's holding a star. Oh my goodness. They're all so cute. So I'm excited to be working on this. I don't know how much of this I'm going to get done in May, honestly. Because I also have some stuff I want to do, some project bags I want to do for the Etsy shop. I haven't been sewing enough for the Etsy shop at all this year. I've been really lax about that. And so, I have fabric coming out my ears that I bought for the Etsy shop bags and stuff like that. And holy moly, this shirt, pardon me, the fabric is just bunches up like that. And so, then I go by and I see more fabric and I'm like, oh, I want to make bags out of that or something. And I buy it and there's no place to put it. So I can't buy another house and I can't make more room in this house because it has everybody's stuff, not just mine. So I am going to have to actually sew these things. Yeah. So I have, I think I have one that I'm making right now. And this is the pattern, and I'm redesigning the notions pouches because I never really liked the way it looked up on here. On the project bag, I don't mind it up on top because the handles kind of break that up a little bit. But this first one, it's fine. I mean, it holds together fine. It's sewn well. It's just, I don't like exposed seams, and there's some exposed seams. So I may redo this. It's just, I'd have to cut it a little bit differently to do that, and it has no bottom seam. So I don't know what ended up happening is on this side, the thing is the right way up. On this side it isn't. So I may remake this. It works very well. It has an exposed seam inside. It doesn't bother me, but I mean, it bothers me, but it's fine. And, but I may give this one to my sister and redo it. I don't know. See, that's why I never get anywhere. Indecision. But I have the bag cut and I started sewing it and I was just like, I want to get my video done and get it out of the way. So here it is. the other one is almost done. So now on to cross stitch. So the finish I have, this is mostly Erica Michaels' Life is Better Wolf. That's my dog's name. I wanted to put the year like this, but I just hated the way it was coming out. So I said, no. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I don't know why I wasted so much fabric doing it. It's so far down. The pattern is pretty far down on, but I don't know. Anyway, I finished that, and I'll finish this when fully finish it when I get the kitty cat done, or when I'm working on summertime berry finishes. So also the summertime berries, I started on this one, The Living is Easy. I wish you guys could see what the whole design looks like. But here it is. This is the sun. There's going to be a little boat here. This is the beginnings of a drink, an umbrella and a drink, and flip-flops, and sunglasses, and the flamingos over here, I think. Yeah. Their purple came out a very different color than my purple. This is the called for, but it looks very different, doesn't it? But it's called for. So that's grape pie. Would you make a pie out of grapes? I don't know. But ouch. I just stabbed myself with a needle. So, yeah. There it is. So I plan to do this one, and if the attic has gotten in my fabric, I'll go and do that and get the this one next. This one is the most detailed, so I'll save that for last, I think. But if they haven't called me about the fabric, I'll do this one. So I'm going to keep plugging away at these, but I also have to work on mine. That's the attic stuff. So, and the one that I was talking about, I'll put a picture here of how it should look. I changed it a little bit from when I very first showed it. Not the design, just how it's laid out. Because it's 5 ornaments. This is the middle one. And this is the greatest story. They're not very big. If I actually worked on it, it wouldn't take me that long to do. Each ornament, not very big. They're very detailed for their size, but they're not large. They're about 40 by 40 each ornament, 5 ornaments. So each one is not that big, but you have to actually sit down and do it, which is why I put it on my WIPGO. Because, you know, while I like the designs that I've done, you know, I like other designs too, and I just fall behind on doing these. And so, yeah. Okay. So now, the haul. Now at Hobby Lobby, I bought these ribbons. I don't know which one I'm going to use. This has bees, sunflowers, and sunflowers, because she's holding the little sunflower, right? And this big circle fits her perfectly, right? So I'm going to finish her with this big circle. I have to adjust it where, you know, I'm getting the grass and not cutting off her antennae. And I know it's kind of a close thing, but you'll see why. I have a whole bunch of finishing stuff, but I was just trying to decide if any of it was appropriate for this because she's cute. And I found this, and it hangs. It's got this little hanger. And this, even though it's bigger than that middle, I think it'll fit just fine there. And won't she look cute on that to hang on the wall in the spring? Yeah, I love it. So I have to be careful. I don't want to poke anything with that thing. And then when we went to the attic, sorry about the crinkling. The attic uses these little cute little bags like this. And I did purchase a pattern. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I have some ideas. But heart and hand, coffee bird, isn't it cute? Yeah. And then I bought a bunch of threads for some of the projects I'm working on. And this thread Stash said I didn't have it. But I do. And I don't know why it says I don't have it. And it's even in there. Sorry. My dog doesn't like the neighbors being next door. Excuse me. So, I don't know. You know, they didn't have this thread brand in there for a long time. And maybe it's put in as numbers instead of the color, and I tried to put it in as color, and, you know, I don't know. But it says I don't have it. I apologize for the dog barking, but she's obnoxious. So, I almost forgot one of the best things I got at the attic. I got these little mini pin sets. Look at the puppy. Isn't that great? And look at the kitty cat. So I'm going to put those in the top of my cat and dog berry. So I almost forgot to tell you I had to insert this little snippet. Anyway, that's what I got at the attic. It has been a long week. And I didn't sew at all yesterday. we met our friends there. I was so tired when I got back that I didn't want to do anything. And then, you know, after church on Sunday, I was just like, you know what? I'm taking the day off. So I did stitch some last night, but and that, yeah. And that's okay. And if I get all these quilts done, great. And if I don't, that's okay. But I'm going to try. And yeah, I I don't, and I do still want to work on Itty Bitty Kitty Committee. I want to get that. It's, you know, getting the sashing and then that the borders, and it'll be done and ready for quilting. It sounds like not very much, but it is kind of a lot with this other stuff. But you know, I enjoy sewing. I enjoy this. You know, I don't want to look at it as a chore or as a job or something I have to do. So if I decide to not do it, I'm going to be okay with that. I really like this Snowball Star quilt. I want to finish the quilt top and get it to that stage. I want to go ahead and start on that little snowman thing and get it done. I'd love to get the other quilt top finished, quilted. I don't have a binding fabric for it yet, but with the amount of fabric I have, I'm quite sure that I can come up with something. I have the scraps left from that, you know, that I can put together a piece binding for it. So I'm not worried about that. And I do have those bags that I want to do, and those to me are really important. So before I talk to you next, it will have been Mother's Day. So you guys have a great Mother's Day. And, you know, I'm sad that I don't have my mom yet. But I can't be sad about Mother's Day because I had a great mom. So, yeah. If your mom has passed on, remember her well. And if you have her, hug her tight. Have a great Mother's Day. Thank you. Bye.